over to this. I have been waiting for this. So let's give a hand to Narwhal Mart for the new layout. And oh yeah, anyone from OGN should know this one. I am hyped about this music. I missed having some good music for this pick ban phase. First ban, Janna. God damn it, guys. Y'all are ruining my fun already. Kozik's first ban away here from SDB over on purple side. And god damn it, I wanted to see that Janna. I honestly wanted to see that Janna. God damn it. That's not fair, guys. That is not fair. I honestly wanted to see that. Let's see. The second ban here away. NWG bans Lucian with their second ban. Honestly, that's what you'd expect. He's so strong right now. And it kind of shows to me that they don't want to first pick it. If they're willing to ban it away on blue side here, they really don't want it. So we see Pantheon, jungle heavy focus bans here from SDB to start this game out. And they're really looking to maybe win this game kind of in the jungler area. Or they are with a new jungler than they have had most of the season. So it is possible that they just want to get him a favorable matchup that he expects. But here we go. Thresh the final ban away. They are focusing that bot lane hard with two supports and the Lucian ban here. Lux the final ban from SDB, and you have to expect that with that much focus bot lane. Leona the first pick here for NWG. And yeah, I mean, with the amount of focus that the bot lane bans went, you kind of had to expect the bot lane ban to go, or first pick to go for that bot lane. Over on SDB, they are considering the Braum Jinx. Oh, no Braum. That Blitzcrank, I love that Blitzcrank, that new Blitzcrank splash. But the Teemo hover, thank you. At least thank you for humoring me with the Teemo hover. But we do see Jinx locked in for the AD carry position here for SDB with the Morgana, looking to maybe lock someone up with the Chompers, with the Dark Binding, and really blow someone up once you get to, I don't know, not really blow someone up in mid game, but maybe late game, lock someone down long enough for Jinx just to sit there and wail on them with the machine gun. And we see over on NWG side the Nautilus for the jungle and the Caitlyn for the AD carry pick. That Caitlyn Leona, definitely a bit of a scary bot lane here to go up against. If you're SDB, you really have to be careful. The range of Caitlyn with the engage and bit of a lockdown from Leona can definitely result in some heavy poke in the early levels. And it can really force this Jinx to have a tough time in lane. And Rumble? There we go. Okay. Wasn't quite sure on that. But we do see Rumble in the top lane for SDB. And the Vi in the jungle here as well. Not support Leona jungle? You know what? I'll make a little bet with you. Doesn't mean anything because it's just currency in my channel, but I'll give you 50 green Vicks if you're right on that. But anyways, we see here SDB saving their last pick for their mid laner here, looking for a counter once they've seen the rest of NWG's lineup here, looking at the Jace and the Yorick. And we said it kind of all through Worlds, and the little bit we've seen of him here in the DCS, any pick with any team comp with that Jace turns into a poke comp immediately, and you have to be really scared of getting poked down, especially when you have a Caitlyn on that team as well. Oh, if they do a Xerath here too, the amount of poke coming out from NWG with this possible lineup is terrifying, and it looks like those will be locked in. That is a terrifying amount of poke. Yeah, SDB's really gonna have to pick their fights carefully here and be worried a bit when they go in, because they have a good bit of hard engage with the Vi, with the Equalizer from Rumble, the Dark Binding from Morgana, the Soul Shackles from Morgana. the Jinx Rocket can start or end a fight, depending on where you want to look at it. But definitely have to see how this goes and what SDB try and pick up here for this last pick, because you really have to be slightly careful. There's a lot of poke on the other side, and you can't overlook it. So they need to possibly pick something that to counter that. A Ziggs would definitely be a counter to that, and it will indeed be the Ziggs. So Ziggs final pickup there for the mid lane for SDB, and that will definitely help extend the game to late game. Will it work fully? That remains to be seen, because even a Ziggs, that little Yordle can get poked down quite decently. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I see the team comps locked in. Blue side, the NWG definitely poke comp, kind of hover around objectives all the time, poke down SDB, and just take objectives from them while they're too low to contest. And on the other side of SDB, you have late game. You have that Rumble that will be quite terrifying with the well-placed equalizer late game. You have Ziggs that can stall till late game and just wave clear all over the map. And then you have the Jinx that late game will shred turrets and shred champions like no other. And unfortunately, it looks like I win the bet. That is a Nautilus jungle and a Leona support. GG, no re, bye-bye. But anyway, guys, you see we have, or I guess you can't see it because of this awesome overlay. But we are into our 3-minute delay here, and then we'll get into this game. Getting game 1 of 2 of this Week 5 lower division matchup in the DCS between Northwind Gaming on the blue side and straight to the Darude-Bankstorm on purple side, or red side, you know, whatever. If it would have been right, that would have been awesome. I would have pulled for them if they would have done it, and I have to be unbiased. So, I mean, come on now. Gotta have a little fun with these games. That's what it's all about here, right? Yes, it's a bit of competition. Yes, it's a bit of fun. But it's kind of mostly fun. We're not, you know, playing to be pros or anything here. We're playing to have some fun, playing a team, play some league. But, oh, that music is sexy, guys. I don't know. I love it. Just under 2 minutes to go here until we are able to get into game 1, and we have an awesome game. I am excited for this. I'm excited for this whole week because I'm just ready for playoffs. I am so excited. It's gonna be awesome. I can't say excited enough times, I don't think. I should make that a challenge. How many times can I say excited in one sentence and not completely have chat hate me? My bet's on 3. I think that's a good bet. But anyway, guys, we are halfway through the delay, and just over a minute we'll be getting into game. And I guess now that's brought up in chat, I kind of want opinions on that. What do you guys think of the new AD carry? I'm assuming AD carry, because it seemed to me like an AD carry, but I guess you could honestly play it in a few places. But what do you think? I think it's kind of cool. I think played right, it could be a little overpowered, just like nearly every champion Riot releases, or when they first release a champion. But I don't know. It looked kind of cool to me. I don't play AD carry anymore, but if I still did, I definitely have to pick up and learn Kalista, because that looked like a lot of fun. Definitely have to see how people adjust to using the spears and the rend and the slow correctly. So we are just under 30 seconds away, guys, so I will unfortunately the music now gets stopped. Yeah, sad day. But we are, 10 seconds away, so there's no reason to have the music keep playing. And just real quick, guys, we will go back to the screen while we are in the loading screen, and then we will be right into game 1 of this 2-game set in, as you can see on screen, the DCS Week 5 matchup, lower division between Northwind Gaming and straight to the Darude-Bankstorm. So I'm excited for this, guys. I hope you are. It's been a kind of long regular season. I don't know. I say kind of long, but 5 weeks has blown by a little bit. So Okay, let me switch over. That didn't need to be up yet. Bye. But loading screen in, we are just about to get started with this first game. And I don't know. I'm ready for this. I'm kind of excited. I'm curious to see how NWG is able to use this poke comp and if they can use it the right way, I guess, or efficiently enough to really start taking objectives. Can this Leona Caitlyn bot lane keep Jinx down long enough to really make SDB's life hell going through this early and mid game? And if they can, I don't think any amount of Ziggs bombs is going to keep SDB in this long enough to get to that late game. But it's really going to take a bit of snowball off this poke comp for NWG. They will be able to keep SDB away from their own structures with the poke. But at the same time, you have Ziggs bombs. So you're going to wave clear pretty well. Definitely have to see how this game goes, what side takes advantage of their rather distinct styles here in this game. And for the question on Green Vix, if you look down, I kind of briefly mention it down in the description, but it's an in-channel currency that is dished out. I think every 15 minutes you get 5. But you can use it anytime. If I ever run like a raffle, you can use them. If I ever open up betting, like if I wanted to open up who's going to win this game, blue side, purple side, you can use them to place bets. And if you win, obviously you get a return on them. So just kind of something to want people to stay in here longer and kind of interact a little bit more. So that is what the Green Vix are. And you can check your amount by, I believe it is !Green Vix. Let me just check that real quick. I think that is the command to see how many so you can just check to see how many you have. Obviously, I have a shit ton, but at any time you can check it. At any time I can add, anytime I can open up a raffle. So just kind of a fun thing I do with chat to try and keep the people entertained and give them more reason to interact. We are just about loaded into the game, guys. The Vi is lagging a little bit behind, waiting for the punch to load up. And we'll be getting into this first game. We're into the first game, and that means I get to do this. Woo-hoo. Okay, let me switch these around real quick. I'm gonna guess. I didn't think about that. We have a Jace and a Xerath. I'm going to assume that's the lineup, but not entirely sure here. I'm going to assume that's the right lineup, though. And it looked like my assumption was right, as we see Xerath starting to move towards the mid lane. So I guess I'll leave all chat kind of there for now. We'll see. If he gets 2 BM, it's going away, but I'll give it a chance. Early on here, kind of the expected builds here, expected item stars, nothing fancy. The Dorn Shield coming out here from Rumble, looking to be a little more defensive. The Amp Tome actually coming out first here for the Xerath, not going with the standard Dorn's Ring start. And obviously the bit of a different start for the supports here with the Relic Shield on the Leona side and the Spell Thief's Edge. Morgana definitely wanting to get in there and auto attack a little bit. Land the Dark Bindings. Land the Tormented Soil. Almost didn't think of the name of that. That would have been really bad considering that's my most played support. Rip my game knowledge. But anyway, guys, you see we are just about in. It doesn't nothing fancy starting out here. Maybe. I'm not sure. Looks like a blue start here from NWG and a blue start as well, possibly here for SDB. So both junglers kind of starting the same. No invades look like they're going to be coming yet. We'll have to see. It'll be curious to see if they go for any late invades, but the Ziggs is already in lane. So is the Rumble, so We'll have to see. It'll be interesting. Jace actually brought Ignite Flash, so we'll have to see if SDB can try and take advantage of the fact that they have the teleport advantage in this game. So have to see how that works. And okay, Leona did bring exhaust. I was gonna say, is there no exhaust? But there's no ignite on the side of SDB. Definitely looking not to be the aggressors through this. And we'll have to see. It's gonna really depend early game for both this mid and bottom lane. Who can land the poke? Can this Caitlyn land the Piltover Peacemakers? Can the Xerath land the poke, or will the Ziggs bombs do enough? Because Jinx can't keep up the rockets early game. It is way too much mana use to keep up with in the early game, and already you can kind of see SDB is getting poked and pushed to their turrets. So Jinx, let's see how they farm under turret here. They do hit level 2, but I guess a bit surprisingly, NWG didn't take advantage of the earlier level 2 hit, but they were pushed pretty deep already, and you have to think that, well, Vi wouldn't do anything before the 2 buffs, so the jungler's not going to be there just yet. Xerath has already got Ziggs under turret and doing every little bit of poke that he can. That is a good bit of early game poke from Xerath, trying to do what he can. Caitlyn doing the same in this bot lane with the Piltover Peacemakers. Vi's waiting. Let's see. They're trying to go in. They land the hit. They get the stun. Forces the flash away. Ziggs is going to throw a bouncing bomb. It's not going to quite hit. And Xerath's going to try and land some poke back. But overall, I guess a pretty even trade, unfortunately, for SDB, as they burned a flash. So Vi might think about coming back to that lane. But otherwise, nothing else really to do. Because Vi can go all over this map. They are pushed up in every lane. Jace is trying to get away. He burns a flash as well. So that is 2 flashes burned for 2 ganks for the SDB jungler. And meanwhile, Nautilus has just been trying to farm up his jungle and get the farm he needs and get some items here. But at the same time, Ziggs is only a few CS behind. Rumble's only a few CS behind. Jinx has been doing a good job of farming under turret. So here comes Vi again. Jace doesn't have flash. Let's see if they go in on him. They both have flash. Jace is going to try and fight back. Vi should pick up the kill here. Flash forward and first blood over to Vi. Kill number 1 to SDB, and nicely executed on the return gank, knowing that the Jace had burned his flash. Don't know that flash was quite necessary to pick up the kill, but I guess kill secured. Meanwhile, Xerath is continuing to just poke the little Yordle in mid lane down. He's trying to do what he can, but that Xerath poke is just so frequent and so harmful in this early game. We have a brief pause, as you can see, and no one's really gone back, so I guess, well, Jace has gone back because, he's died, and he's picked up his tier at 5 minutes here. He's going to be looking to start stacking that up and start doing what he can while we wait for this pause. It was definitely a good thing on SDB's side that they were able to pick up that first blood and try and push the gold in their direction a little bit early here. And the fact that they've been keeping up with CS very nicely, even though they've been under turret for quite a bit of this early game. So Jinx doing very well, actually ahead of Caitlyn in CS. And Ziggs is doing his best to keep with Xerath. Rumble's keeping up with Jace. So every laner from STB is doing what they need to do to stay relevant through this early and mid game, because they are definitely probably the stronger team mid game. So, or definitely the stronger team late game. Sorry, I think the poke coming out of NWG will be the stronger mid game, but we'll just have to see. Jinx doing a nice job. That's actually very nicely done to pick up that cannon minion right after the pause like that. But Vi's coming around here. Xerath still doesn't have flash, but nicely done there. He's turning back all the damage. Nautilus there as well. He flashes in. He's going to get Ziggs. No, Ziggs flashes away. Heal is burned as well. Vi's running away as Xerath pokes down. Definitely a better trade, though, in favor of NWG, as Ziggs is flashing red. Rip. Pause number 2. I'm going to take that chance. Ziggs is at 45 health, and he burned Flash and Heal to get away with that. Nice ganking, counter gank in there from Nautilus. Had to burn the Flash for it, unfortunately. But it seems like the Caitlyn is having some connection issues, so he is restarting his PC, as you can kind of see in all chat, and then we will hope to get back into this game. So I'm going to take actually a brief pause myself, guys. So I will be back in just a second. Enjoy the nice pause screen we have. So see you guys in just a second here. To make up for it, I'll play a little bit of music. Alright guys, looks like we're just about ready to get back into the game. I apologize for that short break. My voice was starting to go a little bit. I've been talking all day, so my apologies again, and hopefully this will be the last pause. I love that. Has anyone noticed that on the Ziggs flash counter? That was an awesome time to pause. That is freaking cool. That is honestly, I've never noticed something like that happen before. It just caught it between seconds there, so it's flashing 269, 270. Okay, that's like freaking cool. I'm sorry, I just kind of like, I don't know. I fangirled a little bit over a freaking counter. R.I.P. and peace. Good gosh. And the freak jokes haven't even fully started yet. This could get bad, guys. Just gonna go ahead and warn you that this could be an interesting night if I'm already like fangirling over a freaking counter stopped between a second. Good God. But there we go. Reconnected. Should get back into the game momentarily. And wait for it. T minus maybe. Possibly. Don't make me do my T minus too early. Gosh, damn it, guys. Rip. Rip. Come on. At 24. That'd be awesome. Oh. That was a sad day. That would have been kind of cool. There we go. 4, 3. Countdown is done. I make myself. That one was bad. I'm just going to stop apologizing because it's going to happen a lot tonight. But Well, good Dark Binding, I guess. Doesn't really gonna do much with the Caitlyn in the bush. Jinx really can't get close enough to do the damage. We see Sork Shoes coming out for Xerath. First item here. He's really gonna be looking to burst through the Ziggs and do everything he can. Oh, good Dark Binding there from Morgana. Look at that chain CC, but Leona's going in as well. Piltover Peacemaker lands. Black Shield's gonna go down. Leona's trying to go in, but isn't quite going to have the backup of the teammates, and Nautilus is not going to be able to really get into that fight, so gank failed, I think you have to say. But we'll have to see. The Quill Coats coming out here for Nautilus. We see Vi building towards the Elder Lizard, it looks like, and Ziggs with his Chalice of Harmony building towards that Athenes and Holy Grail. I'd imagine the bot lane's gonna think about going back soon. I'm not really sure what gold they have in their pocket. This, yeah, probably in about a minute or two, I'd expect the carries to go back. They almost have the gold that you'd want to see for a BF sword first item back. And as much as NWG's had this bot lane pushed under turret, you really think they might have tried to push the advantage, go back early, and get the item. Piltover Peacemaker just quite going through the uprights. This isn't football, so no points for that. Sorry. Sorry, Kate, but doesn't work that way. Xerath just doing what he wants in this mid lane right now. Ziggs was doing a decent job of staying in, but now the lead's opened up to 16 CS here for the Xerath, and I have to see what Jace is able to do with Rumble having the shield and now an amp tome. They're going in for a bit of a 1v1, but Jace is helping a Nautilus. He's coming around. I really don't think Rumble's getting out of this one. The Shock Blast lands. He throws down the Equalizer, but it's not going to be enough, and he goes down to Nautilus. Kill for both junglers now, and assist over to the top laner. So far the gold's gone to the same place on both teams, and it's kind of not the place you'd think of, but Vi doing a very nice job there, taking advantage of the fact that Nautilus just was way up top and going to steal the red buff away and just run. They're coming around the tri-bush. I don't know that it's warded. They're going in kind of heavy here. That might alert someone. Dark Binding hits. Vi's going to go in. They're going to throw out the Ziggs bomb, but it's not going to quite do the damage, and Leona's going to be able to get away flashing red, but might have just bought them some time here. They're going to go after Dragon, or what are they going to do here? Here comes Nautilus, though, around from the side. He's going to land it onto Jinx. Dark Binding's going to go down, but Jinx is going to fall. Flash comes out, but the Xerath ult comes down. First one lands. Jinx goes down, trying to find Vi as well. Not quite going to be enough damage to finish him, but they're continuing to chase here. Morgana's going to Black Shield away. Gets the Dark Binding to land and is able to get out of the way of the Xerath poke, and they're able to get away with only losing one member in that. Nice bit of dodging and nice bit of dancing shoes coming out here to the side of STBers. They were able to only lose one from that nice little counter gank from the Xerath Nautilus combo, and they kept everyone off Dragon. Neither team was able to really look at it, and Rumble's starting to win this lane a little bit with the Sork shoes. Look at how little he's now pushed Jace under turret now. He's starting to get a bit of a CS lead, and that little rotation there allowed Ziggs to get a little bit of free farm, so starting to try and catch up what he can. He's still taking a bunch of poke and still taking a good bit of damage, but he's just doing what he can here. Meanwhile, they're getting free damage on this turret while they're trying to trade it for... Dragon is going to go over here to STB uncontested. I don't think NWG thought it was going to happen that early after that fight. Leona's thought about it. Caitlyn's there as well, though. Caitlyn's just going to auto-attack Morgana away. They weren't able to get the turret. They did get damage onto it. But overall, the gold trade going in favor of STB as they are now up 500 gold at the 10-minute mark here. The support ward battles. They're going to land a Dark Binding onto Leona, and Vi goes straight onto Caitlyn. Ziggs ult comes down. Heal gets burned. Jinx Rocket goes around and gets one. Jinx is excited, gets the auto attack. Double kill for the STB support, and that was a fantastic turnaround. Nice ult from Ziggs to really get them low enough. And once Jinx gets excited, it's so hard to get away. Nautilus is coming up. There is a ward in the river, though. Let's see if he tries to go through that way. Rumble's going to back anyway, so Nautilus is just kind of wandering through the river. While they're going to get a lot of damage onto this bot turret, they might take it down. Jinx with that attack speed buff. Mid, here he goes. Flash from Ziggs trying to get away. Nautilus doing all the damage, though, and the last hit actually goes over to Xerath, and they will get away. There is this 3-man crew coming from the river, and Jinx is coming through the jungle, so they might not know Jinx is there. Let's see what Xerath tries to do here. Jay's trying to get all the damage onto that turret he can, and they just backed away. And now that they've gotten a turret, Jinx is just rotating to this mid lane, looking to control this one for SDB. We see Rumble getting the items he kind of wants right now. He has the hunting guys. He has the sword shoes. Jinx has the BF sword. Ziggs is rather close to that Athene's Unholy Grail. But at the same time, on the other side, Xerath's had the sword shoes for a while. Caitlyn has a BF sword and the second Dorn's blade. And then Jace with the Manamune. I can never say that correctly. But let's see. Vi might have been thinking about something there, but not gonna. Nope, just go over to Golems instead. And we kind of look at the CS totals. Jinx has fallen behind a little bit, but really not as much to worry about from a lane bully like Caitlyn. Rumble's been able to do fantastic in this lane against the Jace, and Ziggs has been able to kind of keep the lead around 10. So just doing what he can to keep this going. And Vi with the Boots of Mobility and the Elder Lizard now is going to be looking to fly around and get ganks. Nautilus is coming around. Jace is going to go in onto Rumble here. Flash knocks him away. Let's see what Rumble tries. He lands the Equalizer onto Nautilus, but it's not going to be enough, and the Shock Blast should pick up, and I think it did pick up that final hit there as Jace picks up his first kill of the game. Nautilus now has 3 assists, and they're keeping the gold lead to just about 1,000 here. NWG doing what they can. Vi's coming around, lands on a Chomper, or lands on one of the things though. Morgana's going in, the Solar Flare keeping them in place, nicely done. Morgana's going to go down for this. The heal comes in, the Piltover Peacemaker doesn't quite land, and nice heal there from Jinx. Might keep Morgana alive. Wow, Morgana barely ticking down there. Ziggs is going to just clear the wave with his ult, and Jace was able to get a turret, so one turret apiece now, and that gold lead's back down to 300. NWG doing a masterful job so far of keeping this game close and keeping up. Really, they need to be ahead because the late game is pretty scary from SDB, but the mid game is probably just as scary from NWG. So it's really going to, this next about 4 minutes or so, I think is really going to be a big decider in what team looks to take this first game. So we see the Infinity Edge here out of Jinx. That is a bit of a power spike. Let's see if they try and push anything with it. They're pushed under turret, so I don't know that they're going to get any chance to do any damage here. NWG looks like they're setting up for something, but they're a minute and a half early for this dragon. And let's see what they do here. They're just going to go back to lane. It looks like Nautilus is going to go back and buy. He's got a Giant's Belt now to go along with the Ancient Golem, so he's looking to build extremely tanky here. Let's see if Jinx tries to push anything here, because they should know they have the item advantage in this lane. Let's see if they try and do anything with it. Caitlyn has the headshot, lands it. Pop, the zap lands as well though, but nice net. I'm bad. Can't think of the name of it. But good net there from Caitlyn to just get away from that before it turned into any trouble. Jace showing up just to push Ziggs out of this lane, and Ziggs really can't stay here. The poke from 2 champions like Jace and Xerath will knock anyone down before they can do anything about it. So Rumble trying to take this chance to get some free farm up in the top lane. His teleport is up for this dragon, so we'll have to see. This is probably going to be the first true team fight here. We've had a few skirmishes, and some good ganks from the junglers, but we haven't seen a true team fight yet. So we'll have to see here. Morgana going right in, pushing them away. Let's see what they do. Nautilus is there. Vi's there as well, though. Let's see what happens. Vi's going to jump over. Soul Shackle is coming down. The Solar Flare is going to land again. Nicely done there from Leona. Morgana's locked up, has to flash away. And Rumble TP'd in. This is not going well for NWG. One goes down. Jinx gets excited. Ziggs coming around the side. Nautilus is trying to get away. In comes Vi. The Xerath ult is coming down as well. Is it going to pick up a kill? Actually, down goes Vi to Nautilus. And Rumble picks up a second kill in that skirmish, taking down Nautilus. Down goes the jungler. That should be Dragon here for SDB. And that was a 2-for-1 fight. And it probably could have been a lot more, as they had a lot of members low there from NWG. Nicely done from SDB to get the team fight they want. I guess they're trying to get vision, trying to get a cheeky steal, but it's not going to happen. Dragon to SDB, and they've opened the gold lead up to 1,000. But Jace was able to poke down and get a tier 2 turret. So, interesting trade there. The 2-for-1 in bot lane and the Dragon for tier 2 in top. Have to see what SDB looks to do here. Nicely done there from Vi. Not letting Jace get the red buff, taking it away with the smite. And Jace is going to wander into the mid lane, but he's not going to find anything there. Nope, he's just going to back away. See, a Morella Nomicon here for Xerath, it looks like. And almost the IE finished here for Caitlyn, just missing the full item. But they're going to find some wards here, start to get vision control of this top side. And Morgana looking to build towards the Zhonya's here. The Zeal for Jinx just continue to build on that attack speed, but Xerath might actually get this turret. The Ziggs bomb's not going to quite clear the wave in time. Nautilus coming around as well. Let's see what they do. Nautilus going to jump in there, stun up the Ziggs, and they get a good bit of damage, but aren't able to take him down. Here comes Jason top lane. It flashes in and jumps right onto Rumble. He takes him down, and Morgana really can't fight the Jace, but Jace is going to back away maybe. Tries to land an auto attack, just misses. They're hunting down a Vi now. Xerath getting a bit of poke here. Nautilus is coming around, doesn't quite hit the stun, but they can continuously chase here. Let's see, here comes Leona from the other side. Not quite going to be able to fully go in, but NWG doing what they needed to, taking turrets all over the map, and down's going to go Morgana, wandering a little too deep into the jungle there. Maybe, yes, going down to the Solar Flare and sending the Kate ult, well, the Kate ult's back up. Jinx fired the rocket. It didn't quite have any execute damage to fully get a kill, but they're just trying to keep them away from their turret at this point, because NWG is doing exactly what they need. Wow, Vi going right in. Equalizer's coming in from the side. Ziggs picks up one. Caitlyn goes down. The Xerath ult comes around. They get Vi, but Leona falls to Rumble. Jinx goes down to the Xerath, and this is a turnaround here for NWG. Jace is off to the side. Ziggs is going to go down. Jace gets the kill. Rumble's going to find himself a Xerath. He will get the kill, gets the shutdown, gets stunned up a little bit, but I don't think long enough. And that was an intense, kind of hectic fight, but it went 3 for 3 overall. So nicely done there from SDB to really keep in that team fight and keep what they can. The gold is down. They are down 1.5k in gold, but they were able to hold strong in that team fight. So nicely done. And have to see what they look to do here, because they have very little map pressure right now. All of their wards are on their side of the river, whereas NWG is looking to get as many forward wards as they can and do what they can with them. They're trying to get some vision control here, but with 4 turrets down to 1, no one's in chat, unfortunately. Most of the people that are in chat are playing, so they kind of aren't allowed to be in chat right now. But go recruit, get some people in chat. Tell them how awesome of a game this is, because it really has been quite an exciting game. STB doing what they can to team fight and stay in this game. They really need to look to drop some turrets. They need to find a way to split push. Xerath's going to try and go in. Vi's going to just jump over the wall, and that'll be the end of that. Good black shield from Morgana really kept Leona from doing too much there. Leona's going to walk over pink ward. See, we clear pink wards in the DCS. We care about vision. Kappa. I didn't say anything. No. What? But here we go. Ziggs having to use the ult just for wave clear. And at that point, that's what he has to do, because NWG is using this mid-game poke comp very efficiently, clearing the waves out, poking down SDB before they can really try and defend this, and getting damage onto the turret. The minion waves are pushing for NWB. In goes Vi right onto Caitlyn, forcing the flash away. The Rumble all goes down, but Caitlyn's in too deep. Down goes one. Nautilus gets a second on Morgana. Jinx tries to use the ult, uses the flash, but Xerath is going to pick up a kill with the ult. On to Jinx. Down goes Xerath to the Rumble. Rumble gets a double kill, taking down Nautilus as well, but Jay shuts down, gets the kill, and makes it a 4-for-2 in favor of NWG there. And that just showed how strong they are right now in this mid-game. Because that was the engage from SDB, jumping right onto Caitlyn and getting the equalizer to really try and split up the team. But it wasn't enough, just the pure long-range damage. The Xerath ult coming around there. The Nautilus able to split the team away. The Jace able to poke the team down. Just was able to win the fight there for NWG and push this gold lead to just about 3,000 here. And I know it's kind of been 8 minutes since I said this game could look to be decided, but it's not decided yet. The next big team fight around an objective might do that, because SDB was able to take enough away that NWG wasn't able to stick around and get that mid lane turret. Let's see, they might go on to the Leona here. No, just going to land the Dark Binding. Nautilus is wandering a little too deep. He does have the backup of Xerath, and that almost was an engage again there from SDB. Possibly a poor engage, though, as Vi is poked down so low right now. They can't contest a dragon if NWG go for it. Let's see what direction they take. If they go for the dragon here, if they go towards that mid lane turret again. They really need, we see Rumble now having the Zhonyas and the Leandries is hit one of his best power spikes. So, but this is the first dragon of the game. Zig's gonna try a cheeky steal, not quite. So dragon over to NWG is gonna push the gold lead to over 4,000 here, and now they set their sights on this mid lane. They're coming around the jungle. I don't know that they've been spotted here. Let's see if they try and find the little Yordle. He's going to just bounce himself away, but Vi could be on the wrong side here. Let's see. Ziggs. Oh, Vi's getting chunked down along the side. Let's see. They're trying to all just turn on to Vi. And it lands them on a Ziggs rocket. Rumble's going to TP in. Ziggs is already down to half health, though. So we'll have to see what they can do. The wave clear at least here. Gosh. Damn, Jace is hitting. Look at the Jace and Xerath poke. You can't stay at this turret. And unlike last time they tried to siege up this mid lane, they have the lanes pushing now. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what they try and do. They're trying to get all the poke they can. They know Rumble is probably the scariest member of SDB right now. And if they can get him away from this turret, I don't want to say it'll be an easy take, but it'll be a much easier take than otherwise. Jace just landing the poke from outside of turret range. Ziggs trying to do what he can to wave clear. They are going to land the Dark Binding on Leona. Let's see if they jump onto her. Solar Flare goes down. Equalizer goes down as well. Leona's going to take very low, and Jinx gets the kill. Jinx gets excited. Is going to start trying to run down. They land the zap, but flash away from Xerath here. Attempted re-engage, actually, from NWG, but Nautilus isn't quite able to hit. And they're going to force him away. A 1-for-0. Nice pickup on the Leona there to at least relieve pressure from this mid lane. But they're all pretty low, so they have to be extremely careful what they do here. So they're just going to clear wards. At 25 minutes, Baron is starting to become a possibility for this team, for these teams, trying to get vision around it, get what they can, and the amount of ward coverage here for NWG is just so far superior. They can go so many places right now without being seen. And look, you can tell SDB doesn't even know if they're at Baron or not. They were pinging towards Baron, asking for help. But NWG are just backing away. They're going to spend some of this gold they have and get even stronger, which, yes, SDB probably had the better late game comp, but down 4 or 5 gold, that comp starts to get a little bit outscaled. So Jinx really needs to pick up a static shiv or something here. Morgana needs a Zanya's. Ziggs just needs a little bit more damage, and Vi needs to be tanky. Vi's going to be jumping in like that. They need tankiness, and they need map pressure, because right now they only have that bot lane turret down. They still haven't been able to pick up a mid-tier 1 or the top tier 1, and that would help close the gold lead quite a bit too. Let's see, Xerath here taking Jinx almost to half health with 1 attack here. Ziggs trying to wave clear. Vi's coming around, not quite going to do enough though. Gets stunned up. Morgana's coming around, gets half health though, and make that a quarter health. The ultimate goes out from Rumble. That's a decent ult down. Let's see what NWG tries to do with this. They know the equalizer's down. They know they might have a bit of a shot here. The Xerath ult goes down. It's not going to hit anything as Nautilus pops the ult. He gets dark-minded, but the fight's on in full. Down's going to go Morgana to Nautilus. Nautilus picking up the double kill as Jinx goes down as well. They jump onto Vi next. Rumble getting the shutdown onto Jace, but Vi going down. Kill over to Caitlyn. Ziggs going down as well. Nautilus with a killing spree. 3 kills in that fight. Rumble is the only one left alive, and it's a 4-for-1 for NWG, and that will be that mid-tier 2 turret. So now that bot lane might be the site of the siege now. We'll have to see what they do. Rumble doing a good job, trying to do what he can at 7-4-3 to really keep his team in this. But the sustained damage coming out of NWG here, they're going to rotate and push out this bot. Oh, no, they're just going to rotate for a blue buff. Probably to Xerath? Yeah. Blue buff over to Xerath, little monster over to Caitlyn. And they're just going to back away and buy now. You see, Jinx has been kind of starved of gold lately. Still doesn't quite have the static shiv. Jace with the black cleaver, the last whisper. The Manamune almost fully stacked up. Caitlyn with the Phantom Dancer now. The Void Staff from Xerath. And this is a bit of a desperation call from STB here. They do have vision control of it, and they are trying this. I don't know if they know the fact that NWG went back to base, but Vi has to be a little careful here. Getting taken down very low from this Baron here. They might get this, though. I don't think NWG know about this soon enough. And they do indeed. They cleanly get a Baron. They're going to try and get around on Jace. Let's see what they do here. He gets locked up. And look at the CC. That is what happens when they find someone. And down goes Jace. They get Baron as well. This gold lead's back down to 4.5k. They're going to push for this tier 1 turret. Let's see how NWG try and answer this. They're kind of spread out around the map. I don't think they're going to be able to really get anything. And STB get Baron, get a kill, and get a turret for free and back away. That could be the beginning of them coming back into this game. That should be the influx of gold Jinx needs. Indeed, they get static shiv. NWG look like they are going to be able to answer. They should get that tier 2 in bottom. But Ziggs is getting collapsed on. He's going to go down in a flash. And the fight is on here, or the massacre right now. They get the equalizer, and it does a lot of damage. Look at this turnaround, though. In comes the double kill for Rumble. He goes down to Xerath, but Jinx is chasing here, trying to do anything possible. Shoots, doesn't quite hit anything with the rocket, and a double kill for Caitlyn to end that fight turns it into a 2-for-4, as they have 2 flashing red health bars on the side of NWG. But they did very nicely to avoid a turnaround there, because all of a sudden SDB did a lot of damage in the span of about 2 seconds that almost turned that fight around. And what looked like it could have been a clean catch on the Ziggs turned into a massive team fight. But NWG continues to just show how far ahead they are. And Jinx really needs the last whisper at this point. Nautilus with the Ancient Golem, with the Sunfire Cape, with the Randuins. and the Spectre's Cowl. He is so tanky right now. It's going to be near impossible to take him down. And it's being shown he's 7-2-12. And even Leona knowing going to be a bit of the engage here with the Randuin's herself. So Xerath picking up a Rylai's to go with his build. And he is just continuing to power up and get stronger. Things are looking a bit rough for SDB here. All their turrets outside their base are gone. And yes, they're doing a good job of doing their best to stay in this game, but am I not actually on live? Well, flash forward a second. Woo! Let's see if SDB try anything here. This dragon's going down very quickly, and it will go down. Dragon for NWG. Let's see what they try. Leona was keeping them at bay, and they just give it up for free. They aren't able to do anything with it or against it. And look, they're having to back away into their base. They are pretty scared right now, I think, of this NWG team, as they can begin to siege, because with this poke comp, yes, you're going against the Ziggs, but he starts to try and get close, and he's going to evaporate, and that little Yordle is going to go bye-bye. So let's see what kind of poke they can land. Look at that. What was I saying about Ziggs? He's already under half health. The Xerath ult's going to come down. Leona had flashed into the base and jumped in there. They get the exhaust down. The equalizer goes down as well. They are winning this fight. Caitlyn goes down to Rumble. I believe the equalizer picked up the kill. Jinx trying to stay alive. Take down Nautilus. Will get it. Double kill over to Rumble. And that was NWG maybe going a bit too deep there. Let's see what... Oh, Jace with the shot over the wall to steal the kill from Xerath there. That was a bit scummy, but that was a pretty cool play. Good shock blast from Jace to get the kill, and it ends up being a 2 for 2. Maybe a 3 for 2. Leona might have gone down in that. I don't know. I think just a 2 for 2 though. But a 2 for 2 and you're down, 5-6k golds. They're doing everything they can in their power right now to stay in this fight. But I don't think NWG is going to make the mistake of diving that deep again unless they have the advantage, because as you can see, the amount of damage that SDB can quickly put out with the equalizer, with the Jinx, the possible Jinx rocket, which I don't think was actually used in that fight. But they can just jump onto the priority targets quite quickly if they want to. And if they can get the engage here, they are going to get their blue buff at least. So Ziggs will definitely be throwing out bouncing bombs as much as possible. NWG is just going to be a second too late. And we see the Marumana being finished up there for Jace. He is pretty damn strong right now. So definitely look for him to provide the poke to be able to get one of these turrets and crack the base open. Because if they crack the base open with this lead, I like SDB and all, but that could be a bit of a GG unless it's a clean ace, which they haven't been able to focus on a target enough to do. And Morgana's already dead. Morgana was at full health when that sweeper went down. Well, I was saying they're not going to dive a turret until they have the advantage. I'd say 4v5 is an advantage. And they're just going to continue to poke down here. A shock blast from Jace with a combo from Xerath equals dead whoever they focus on. Except maybe Rumble, but we'll have to see. Morgana's not up for 16 more seconds. Let's see what they do here. Ziggs trying to do what he can, throwing bouncing bombs out, throwing the minefield out. He's going to throw his ult out as well. And that's down. They do get the wave cleared, and so they're not able to get any damage on the turret yet. But they can just keep here and keep sieging. Morgana is back up now, so it's no longer the 5v4 that you think they'd want for this siege. But they're pretty damn tanky right now, so I don't think it matters much what happens on this siege. If SDB is going to make a stand, I think they have to do it here. Caitlyn is taken very low, but Morgana again gets caught out. Uses the black shield. I don't think it's going to be enough. Let's see. The Fancy Shoes gets away from all 3 shots of the Xerath ult and will get away to Fountain just in time and actually stay alive. That's definitely good, because with Baron up in 20 seconds, you have to think that NWG might back away and go after that. And SDB need a chance to kind of recoup here a little bit and take stock of what they can do here. They do have the timer on Baron. They know it's up in 5 seconds. There is no vision control from either team around it. So definitely have to see what they try and do here. They're all heading towards it. If they can get away, if they get away with the second Baron at a 6K gold deficit at 36 minutes, I will be thoroughly impressed. They have Leona backing. Leona sees them. Is going to try and run interference so the rest of the team can get there. But Nautilus and Caitlyn are down on the bottom side of the map here. Xerath is around the side. But it's a 3v5. But look at SDB. They are that far behind that they can't. They have to assume that all 5 members are there. They had no eyes on Caitlyn and no eyes on Nautilus to know where they actually were. And now that Baron's up, let's see what if the dance begins or if NWG just goes straight for it. They're going to clear vision away here, and then I think you almost have to go for it because you're the one ahead. You're the one that needs to really push your advantage here and do what you can to end this fight. And really end this game because at 40 minutes, a good team fight around Baron, and this could be over. They try and knock Rumble in, but look at the amount of damage here. He bops the Zanyas, but it's only going to keep him alive for a little longer. Double kill with the ult from Xerath. That was pretty damn beautiful. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The dude that makes big plays is in chat. So, but with Morgana and Rumble down, this should be pretty much a free Baron here for NWG. Vi's going to try and come around, but can't even try for the cheeky steal there. And neither can Jinx as Baron goes over to NWG. And at this point, it's just a matter of popping this base open because they have the advantage. They have the combat stats from the Baron buff. They have 14 seconds of no Rumble. So let's see what they try and do with it here. They have... Ziggs does finally have his Lich Bane, so we'll have to see what they do. They're already onto the tower. They've got one more minion here, but look at it. It's going down. That's the base cracked open. Here comes the fight. This could definitely be the fight that NWG looks for to end this. They're going to get an inhibitor from it. Let's see if they try and keep pushing or if they back away. They're going to keep going. They have minions. Are they going to rotate to the bot lane? Looks like they might hang around the base for a second here. Let's see what they try and do. They are going to rotate bot side. They have a pretty sizable minion wave coming around here. Let's see what they try and do with it. This minion wave is massive. I don't even think Ziggs can clear this quick enough. Let's see. They're trying to jump onto Nautilus, but look at how tanky he is. Equalizer goes down. This is the fight. SDB needs to win here. Down's going to go Leona, but Vi goes down as well. Jinx is trying to do what they can in the background. Rumble coming around as well. Down goes Jace to Morgana. Jinx is excited, and they win the fight 2-1. They're going to possibly keep trying to chase there, but never mind. 2-2 as Xerath taking Morgana down. And there's minions in mid lane. Let's see. There's a lot of damage still up on the side of NWG. Let's see what they try and do here. Xerath and Caitlyn are still pretty healthy to try this. And Caitlyn can keep healing. Xerath is going to take down Rumble pretty low. And they're pushing up this bot lane. Ziggs is going to land what he can. But look at the damage. Ziggs is down. That's the wave clear. Jinx has static shiv, but not. That's going to be the second inhibitor turret. And let's see if they try for the inhibitor. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. This is going to be the second inhibitor. STB is up, but they can't jump in on them. And they're just going to back away. That's 2 inhibitors down. And at 40 minutes, this game's starting to look a little out of hand here for SDB. I think the lead's slowly becoming insurmountable here, as it's now at 11,000 gold and 11 kills here at 40 minutes. And with the with the 2 inhibitors as well, having super minions going to be pouring into the base is just such a bad sign here for SDB. This would have to be a bit of a miracle stand, honestly, to pull this one back. Because we've seen that Nautilus is so tanky. It's going to be near impossible to take him down. at this point in the game, and STB just doesn't really have the tank they need. Vi's kind of tanky, but not enough to really jump in there. And yes, you have 2 Zhonyas, but NWG can just hang around long enough for the Zhonyas to wear off and then take it down again. So we'll have to see what happens here. They might look like they're going to push up top lane and go for the trifecta here. Take down every structure they possibly can. And I mean, at this point, kind of why not? You've got STB's backs against the wall. Sooner or later, they're going to have to go deal with their other lanes. So I think it's the right call. Not push this too fast. Just make this an even more of an insurmountable lead. Look at the... Morgana had to use Flash and now doesn't have it for the Xerath ult. But he kind of went after Ziggs. That's going to be the turret, though. Caitlyn isn't there to do the damage, but it doesn't matter. Equalizer goes down. They're trying to go in on this. Ziggs ult goes down as well, but the damage kind of spread out. The Jinx rocket comes around, isn't quite able to pick up a kill. Xerath should fall here. He goes down to Jinx. The shutdown goes around. Nautilus is tanky, but he's not tanky enough to survive the full-on assault. Or is he? He is, but look. 1 Nexus turret falls. They're on to the second. 3 super minions are hammering it. They're going to get the second one. 2 Nexus turrets are falling. The Nexus turret is wide open. They won the fight, but they have an open Nexus. That was 1 kill. They weren't even able to take down Leona or Nautilus, and they might get the 3rd inhibitor here. Jace is going to stick around and try and get it. The mid inhibitors respawn. They're jumping onto Ziggs, but Jinx is there. Jace tried to flash away, but he gets Dark Binding. Ziggs gets the kill, and they have to go defend their base, though. 1 inhibitor's respawned at least. The 2nd inhibitor has to be close to respawning, and that was a heroic hold there from STB. They lost both Nexus turrets, but their Nexus is at least standing, and they don't have any inhibitor turrets, but their inhibitors are almost fully back up. So Baron's up in 1:40. I don't think that STB can honestly go contest it, but that would definitely be where this game could end. The only problem is, even if they get a clean ace at 43 minutes, they have 2 turds down on the entire map. They have a lot of structures to go through to get the damage they need. And look at the ward coverage of the STB jungle. NWG know everything they need to know about their movements. I believe that inhibitor should be up soon. They got it relatively quickly after the first one. Yeah, so it should be up in time for this Baron, but they still can't contest the Baron. I mean, you're down 13,000 gold, and you have an open Nexus. All they have to do is take down 1 structure, and then they're at your Nexus. That's not exactly the best defendable thing here. They're trying to set up a death bush, but at this point, STB are just trying to keep their base from completely falling away. They have to have a bit of a timer on Baron, so let's see if that's what they're trying to think of here. And NWG are spending a lot of time trying to get this. Let's see if they actually catch anyone. If they catch anyone, I don't even think they need Baron. They might just charge down the base, because there are no more turrets left. So let's see what they do here. I think STV started to try and set up a death bush of their own. They don't quite get anyone. Well, they move away. Nope, they're moving through the top lane. They might both collide here at Baron. This could be it. This could be arguably the final team fight. They are standing on the ward. They know where they are. Let's see what they try and do here. Xerath's going to try and get some poke from the side. Gets a little bit of it onto Jinx. Jinx is going to be able to heal that up through the Bloodthirster. Now let's just see what they try and do here. They're on Baron already. They're taking it down decently quickly. And Xerath is just providing what he needs to do in terms of distraction. That's going to be a free Baron over to NWG. That was a great effort there from STB to defend it. But Morgana gets caught out, uses their Dark Binding, pops the Zhonya's and gets the Soul Shackles, but it isn't going to be enough. Xerath gets the kill. The Equalizer went down as well, and here comes the fight. Rumble uses the Zhonya's, but it's not going to be enough. Down's going to go Vi. Down's going to go Rumble. He goes down to the Xerath ult. The Xerath ult doing the damage he can. The Jace poke continuing as well. Double kill for Jace. Caitlyn getting the kill from Ziggs, I believe, on the ace in the hole, and that is going to be game 1 going over to Northwind Gaming. Inhibitor is going to go down. The Nexus is going to go down, and at 36 minutes, GG, game 1 to Northwind Gaming. That was impressive. Great defense there from SDB, but not quite enough as Northwind takes game 1. And we will be back in just a minute, guys, with game 2 of this 2-game set. So I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you guys